G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Kar98k. This is a weapon that was first produced in Germany around 1935 and produced all the way to the end of the Second World War, wherein this thing was the principal service rifle for the German military forces during that conflict. As you can tell from looking at the side, it's a bolt-action rifle, has custom rechambering animations. The reload animations, I think I should mention, are pretty advanced for this type of weapon. It requires tactical reload 1.2. Very important that it's 1.2, and bullet counter reload system, where you'll actually reload this thing with stripper clips if you run the thing dry, but if you haven't, you reload this using singular bullets, just reloading the internal magazine one by one, which is really cool attention to detail. This thing also has custom sounds, that of which are from Battlefield 5 again, so you've got a lot of Battlefield influence on this thing, as you could probably tell by the mod's name, and it has sounds for shooting indoors and outdoors, which is some really cool attention to detail. Getting into the customization, there's not a lot going on. You've got receivers going up from level 1 to level 4, which will increase your damage at the cost of not more materials, but a higher gun nut perk. So there you go, there's some level gating there. You won't be able to get the most power out of this thing until you got gun nut rank 3, which leads me to believe this thing's not really a endgame weapon, so we'll treat it as such. Also worth mentioning is chambered in 308, which is not what this thing fired. It would have fired the big Mauser rounds, but honestly, it's a close enough approximation. It's better using vanilla rounds that are close than, you know, trying to shoehorn in a new round type that I'd have to sit on the chemistry workbench and craft over and over just to keep this thing running. So good choice there. This thing also has a bayonet, which doesn't increase or decrease the range like a normal vanilla game bayonet, so I can be thankful for that. It's also got a suppressor, but the modder author couldn't find any realistic or genuine looking suppressors for this, so we've just got some vanilla game suppressor, which looks very out of place for the rest of the rifle, but we do get our benefits from Ace Operator there, which is tempting. We'll do it, not on this one. We'll take the bayonet here. Right now I've got iron sights. You can put a scope on this, which if you have installed these scopes, obviously you won't be able to get the stripper clips in, so you'll be reloading bullets one by one throughout that, even though that scope is very raised, I guess. In fact, you wouldn't be able to put your cheek on the stock and aim down that scope, by the way. That might be too far up. This one, however, looks a little bit more comfortable. Perhaps this one allows you to reload the stripper clips, but this one doesn't. I guess we will find out. Anyways, that's the customization here. Also a legendary effect if you need it. I really want to put that one on because that'd be sick, but let's not do that. I'm going to craft a couple more of these. I'll show you how to do it, and then we'll get to shooting some stuff. On your chemistry workbench, scroll all the way down to W, find weapons, Kar98k Battlefield 5, and you'll craft it for adhesive, screws, spring, steel, and wood. Absolutely zero gunsmith requirements, or sorry, gun nut requirements. I'm getting my perks confused here, but we'll make a couple more of those and we'll get started. But before we start shooting at enemies, I kind of want to just give you a look at what the reload animations are. So we'll be shooting this sand mound. I've got one loaded in this thing, so if this goes right, we should be loading the entire stripper clip. And if I fire one and then reload, that should be just reloading the one. And again, if I fire two, we'll reload two singular bullets. Very nice. Good stuff. Question is, can we fit stripper clips underneath this giant scope mound? The answer is no. Cool. Okay, welcome to Neponset Park, home to many crabby crustaceans that we're going to kill. Anyways, here's the Battlefield 5 Kar98k in first person. You've already seen it. That's what it looks like in third person. And don't worry, we're playing as an African-American woman, but you could do that in Battlefield 5, so it is genuine, don't worry. I'm pretty sure you can play as the Nazis and use African-American people, which, it's DICE, they got progressive. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually shoot these things before I get in trouble for saying something. Now, if you see me jolting there, it's because I'm pressing Q to use VATS, which I'll try not to do, but I've got different button setups. Anyways, soft shell Mirelurk, we shot him in the shell, didn't get that one-shot kill, but I think we can rate this thing for its stopping power, and I'm going to finish this dude by poking him. There we go, there's a Mirelurk that's glowing. Ooh, can we not one-shot a soft shell Mirelurk? This is receiver level 4, sorry. Yeah, okay. We might struggle here, but we can give him the old hunting rifle treatment of instead of cranking the bolt, we'll poke him with the sword on the front of it. Yes, that's the way to do it. Tell you what, those shells, they're hard to penetrate with the old 308, so maybe we should be using those Mauser rounds. Alright, what else we got? There's usually a lobster sitting around somewhere. No, not today. He's usually right here. There he is. Wondering where he got to. So, in terms of damage, it's not going well, and we're somehow missing the giant lobster in front of us. There we go. So, let's not use that anymore. Let's do things a little bit more quietly. This one here has the 6x scope, which appears to have the same reticule as the short-range scopes, but that's fine, honestly. I don't care about that. And we're going to snipe some of these raiders. There's one. There you go. Got that cool suppress sound. And what else? There's a turret over there. Can we nick that? Certainly can. And there's one wasted down there. Apparently, it's a lot quieter than I would think, because normally, if I shoot one, those raiders would be up and about. So maybe this thing's just a little bit quieter than usual. Not really sure. We'll keep on going now. We've got this whole gunner place to take out. I'd love to do this up from the highway, but I think our best option here is to do it from... Oh, that guy's got a rocket launcher. Make sure we take him out before he spots me. I'm going to try to hold the church and maybe snipe everything from above up there. Although this plan might go awry if this gunner spots me, because then they all know where I am. Yep, they figured out. Nice leopard print face mask. Very fashionable. Anyways, that one goes down. And, oh, you can interrupt the reload as well. And it crashes. Okay, so a lot of mods have been purged in order to know that I'm playing. And, well, in order to let me play. And I really wish you could shoot the grenade part of that to detonate that so it explodes in the gunner's hands, because sometimes they actually take effective cover in this game, and what they'll do is they'll sit behind a place where you can't get bullets past. That's fine. Anyway, so we've developed a pretty cheap and easy method at staying nice and hidden throughout this, and that guy's down there for some reason. I don't know why he's down there, but maybe he's on a smoko break, taking a piss before going back to standing there, being open to literally everything around. Not even a pair of binoculars. They just got him there because no one else likes him. Anyways, so now we've got the Overwatch position on the top of the Gunner's Plaza, where I wanted to be. Sorry, Quincy. And that is the Gunner Commander, and you're out of uniform, soldier. And that is exactly what happens when you're out of uniform. See, Arch Dornan, or whatever his name was, has a point. That's the Crash guy. He goes down without incident, so that's nice. We might be able to get this job done, which is great. Unfortunately, it means that I've kind of disarmed all the gunners, and that one's got a GLL 45. You might want to shoot him, Ella, before he starts ragdolling you. That's really scary, by the way. Ooh, that's some bad plasma burns right there. And it was stuttering. I thought we crashed, but it's fine. And we actually got a bash kill there. For some reason, that wasn't happening before. We're basically playing zombies now. Hang on, I've got a bayonet. I'll use this one. You trying to block my bashing? That's crazy. Also, someone picked up a grenade launcher. It was you bastard. So I'm going to VATS this guy for ages. And, ooh, I got the sniper knockdown there. You also notice, with this particular scope, you get many VATS shots, which is great news. Ella, you're dry. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gotta love that attention to detail. Anyways. No, you don't. Okay, he grabbed the vanilla laser gun. That's fine. He's inching towards that grenade launcher. Don't make me take it off you. Alright, so I've managed to isolate which one of the mods that I disabled was causing the crashes. Now the job is to slowly bring them back one by one until I figure out which is the one. Then I'll name and shame it for the rest of us, so you can see a download recommendation or download non-recommendation coming from me fairly soon. So things are going pretty well here. I'm just going to jump back on the ground because I know there's a turret and an assaultron around the other side. Whoa, hang on. I was not expecting Delta Squad to show up. Let's get a little bit of gun fill action here. It looks like I'm getting sneak criticals all around, but no, it's not happening. Might just go for some criticals here. Yeah, thanks, Vats. That guy's got a deagle. There's a gunner over there with a PPSH. That guy's got a stick. They're finding weapons on the leveled list to give themselves. You might want to reload. There we go. There's the kind of speed we wanted, and now we can snipe better. Take that. No cover for you, so we'll try to get ya. Sometimes the gunners, they move around heaps, and other times they just sit there. Really bizarre. I guess their AI pathing went a bit whacked out there, and they didn't decide. They couldn't decide where exactly they wanted to go. Also, I haven't forgotten about that assaultron, but I'm seeing there's a gunner above me which needs to be taken out here. Where are they? Oh, they'd be right above. And they're saying they're really pissing me off. Well, guess what, buddy? Feelings mutual. Be right back. We'll have a run around here. And by the time we've gotten ourselves back up here, we're back into caution. Probably not for super long, but... Ooh, nice little sniper knockdown there. One more in the chest to finish him off. Easy shot. Alright, so... We've got an even better position up here. It'd be cool if I... You know what? I could probably just get a jetpack, and that was dangerous. And just fly up here, then just hop out of the power armor. I guess that's a totally legitimate strategy, just to... go and snipe at some things. Also, I haven't really shown off the third-person animations yet, so we'll switch over to the third-person one. Oh, the assaultron made me crash this time. Look, I think you get the idea. Okay, so I'm still consistently crashing, so what I've done is changed my version of tactical reload to be more of the 1.1 version rather than 1.2, because honestly, I'm trying literally anything I can just to make the game stable again, so we'll see how that goes. Now, I haven't used this sort of medium scope version pretty much all video, so we'll get some use out of this thing before we crash once again. There we go, that guy's been taken out pretty handily. That's only a little Raider waster up there, so one shot to the head should do it. This seems to be the kind of speed of what you'd want to run the Kar98k in this case. And, you know, seeing as I just got shot by a shotgun and didn't crash, that's pretty good. I was meant to do a bash kill there, but, you know, Ella just refused to do it. Couldn't be bothered, but, yeah, 2 shot in the chests. That kind of time to kill. Now, since I'm using the 1.1 version of tactical reload, I just can't reload now. I couldn't reload until I'm fully empty. But, you know, I'm not crashing, so that's fine. Look, there's a reason why I never use tactical reload when I've got the option to, whenever there's mods, and there's a reason why tactical reload 1.2 is buried down on the page, and 1.1 is the one they would ask you to download. But yeah, for what it's worth, it's just not worth all of the crashing and trouble that you get out of it. So we'll finish off today by shooting this My Alert Queen, and maybe we'll finish it off with a critical as I'm being dissolved by acids. There we go. Neat little finish there. Probably jump in the ocean, try to wash that off. There we go. All nice and not burned. Skin cells still intact. Lovely. Anyways, oh, did I just reload this thing in third person? No, I didn't. I just must have emptied the magazine. So I might have a couple of mods that are currently, I don't know, maybe there's some conflicts here and there with Tactical Reload 1.2, but, you know, to get this thing to work, you'll need that version, and maybe there's a couple of mods I need to look at to get rid of, but honestly, it's not worth the trouble. Do I recommend this thing? I mean, yeah, for a sort of mid-game sort of, or an easier difficulty sort of game, but there's a lot of other weapons out there that do this sniping role a lot better, I think. And even if you do like the Kar98k and you've got a PC, you can just tune the damage to your liking, or maybe there will be updates in the future which would allow this thing to have just the extra extraneous damage slider just to increase the power of this should you need it. But yeah, it's a little bit of a hard sell for me. I probably wouldn't use this thing just messing around in Fallout 4. There's like an M200 intervention. I'd much rather use that. But for a classical weapons person, enjoyer, I suppose there's nothing you could say that's wrong about this. And if you did enjoy using this thing in Battlefield 5, I think you'll find that it performs and behaves very similar to that thing in that game. So it'll be familiar with all that. So if you're into that, then highly recommended. But yeah, it's a good looking thing. Performance and bug wise, I think is sort of the is what kills it for me. But that being said, if you are interested in this thing, download links will be in the description below. Thank you very much for watching.